Welcome back to my Manaslu Trek series. The Manaslu Circuit Trek is a journey following along one of the ancient salt trade routes. It follows the Budhi Gandaki River and feels like stepping back into another world. Higher altitude, Tibetan culture, and villages and traditions that have barely changed in centuries. Leaving Namrung, one of the last forested villages before the landscape turns alpine, we take 7.5 hours to hike the 9.5 miles or 15 k's, gaining 900 meters or 2,800 feet before we lay our heads to rest in Shyala. We see many examples of the traditional agro-pastoral lives. Terraced fields surround villages growing barley, potatoes and maize. Everything here is shaped by the altitude and isolation. As we climb higher towards Law, the trees thin and the mountains take over. Prayer flags flutter in the wind, Mani walls line the trail, carved with the Om Mani Padme Hum Buddhist mantra, prayers carried onwards by the wind. We'll walk through beautiful city gates and experience living history. Sitting on a hill above Law is the Ribung Monastery, making Law an important spiritual center that has guided the community for generations. Monasteries like this are more than religious buildings. They are the heart of the Himalayan life, providing education, hosting festivals, rituals, and preserving culture in these remote Nepalese areas. From the monastery we see beautiful fields and watch potatoes being harvested. Where we had lunch in Low, and we just walked up to the monastery. Beyond Law, the landscape opens dramatically. Snowy peaks surround the trail, and the air feels thinner. By afternoon we reach Shyala, a tiny high-altitude village, meaning pass or junction place. Once a summer camp used to graze yaks on the rich alpine grass, it's tucked beneath a massive Himalayan amphitheater. Shyala sits at a little over 11,500 feet or 3,500 meters, giving us a taste of the higher altitudes to come. Our guides told us that the Tibetan practice of sky burial is still practiced in the area, and before you ask, no, we didn't see any. Shyala has a very small population who live in stone homes built to survive harsh winters. The village has a haphazard feel, but with the tea houses for the growing trekking industry and the new monastery on the hill, there is a feel of permanence. We spent the night in a small tea house surrounded by mountains in every direction.
No wonder we can't find the Yeti. It's in the Himalayas. Hello. Up, down, up.
Hello.
Hey, Nima. Go up.
Yeah. Mind your head.
Sorry.
As I stood on an open deck with almost no light pollution, the stars and mountains felt impossibly close. I couldn't help thinking that Don McLean's Starry, Starry Night was surely written for views just like this. We're up and ready. No rush today, as we have a very short walk to Samagaun, the largest village in the upper Manaslu region, where mountains, culture and history meet. We have an easy 2.5 miles, which takes us under 2 hours. I mean, we only move for about an hour, stopping regularly to take it all in. The trail is gentler, crossing wide glacial valleys shaped by ancient ice. We'll spend 2 days in Samagaun that sits just above 3,500 meters, giving us the first of 2 acclimatization stops. Samagaun has long been a cultural and trading hub near the Tibetan border. Most families here trace their roots to Tibetan ancestry, traditions remaining deeply intact. For centuries, traders crossed the mountains carrying salt, wool, and grain along the routes that shaped the villages we see today. Many of the settlements along the trek are several hundred years old, not built all at once, but slowly evolving along migration and trade paths. Even the names reflect their origins. Many come from the Tibetan and Nubri languages. Samagaun, which means flat, peaceful village, Sama in Tibetan means flat land and peaceful, and Gaun means village. In the Himalaya, place names often tell stories of mountains, spirits, and journeys. Life here still revolves around rhythms of nature. The altitude forces a short growing season. We see yaks along the way and often see them in Samagaun village itself, and Tibetan Buddhism woven into daily life. And from here, the journey only gets more incredible. I can't wait for the continuation of this great adventure.
And there goes our luggage. This will be feed for winter for the animals. Oh my goodness. Patties for the fire.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm good. I'm fine. And you?
Good. How are you?
I'm going to. You're fine? That's good. That's the limit. Namaste.
Is that sugar beet there? Those beets, is that sugar beet? Make sugar from it.
In the winter, we keep for animals.
Oh, okay.
We've been hiking along the Budhi Gandaki River for days now. Right now, believe it or not, I'm standing near its headwater. It originates right here near Samagaun at the base of the Manaslu Himal. This stream, running in this channel, will grow into a raging 130 kilometer long river and will ultimately power the two planned hydro power plants near its mouth.
We were saying in the new houses, they do this all the time.
But in the older ones, they didn't have, they used plateau rocks. Sometimes we'd see a pattern of rocks building. I saw them building this.
I wonder what the reason for that is.
I think it's because it's funny.
It's more useful.
There's a transit, maybe you can do a tunnel there. Obviously a mill. We're on our way to base camp this morning. The camera doesn't do this trek justice. Thanks for following along. Don't miss the next episode where we climb to the base of the 8th highest peak in the world. To see the rest of our Manaslu trek, make sure you're subscribed. Hey, it's free and it does help the channel a lot. Thanks for your time. See you in the next one. Namaste.